So I had been thinking about this concept for a couple of months already, and then I let it go, I dropped it, and in the recent weeks and just also these days, these flashes or these ideas have come back to me because it's very relevant and it's very linked. It's very parallel to what we see outside in the natural world and what we see inside, or what we see inside, we then see reflected in our lives. And when I was saying outside before, I was referring to what we see unfold in our lives. And this concept is the idea of flow, right? The idea of currents running, and how the running or the movement in a body of water is equivalent to life force, right? When you see something that's moving and circulating, the circulation equals the energy or the force of life of that body. And we can equal that to the energy within us. And I was thinking about this idea of how we sometimes see or feel like our lives are stuck. We hear this a lot, like, oh, I just feel like I'm stuck. Or we get this sensation of being stuck in a certain area of our lives. And by no means am I like implying that we are not alive if our lives aren't moving forward, or if we don't see a lot of movement or circulation in our lives, because sometimes there are periods, at least I've gone through periods in my life for years, phases where it feels like nothing is happening, right? We are building up, moving things, working towards something, and we don't see the results. And when we stop trying, when we drop it, it's like everything happens or moves forward. Or even without letting go, things just keep on moving out of their own accord, because that's when they were meant to move forward, or that's when whatever thing we were working towards was meant to happen. So I'm not implying that, oh, you're not circulating or you're not alive because you don't see the movement that you want to see happening outside in your external reality. What I was trying to link here was circulation in a body of water, in a river, particularly in a river, to the circulation within us of what we came here to express as a being, or as a soul, as our inner essence. Because when we don't express, when we don't give ourselves a chance, and I've spoken about this before, because it's a kind of like a recurring theme in my life, where there is something that I want to express, or I want to give a life outside of me. If I do not give that a life outside of my being, then I'm automatically stuck, right? Because this expression is not moving or circulating. So it's like water in a river that stops circulating, so that stagnates the river. And as we all know, when the water isn't flowing in a river or in a body of water, once water stagnates, then that brings about the decline of that body of water, because it's you start growing like mold, and I mean, I'm not a biologist, but you want unwanted unwanted organisms or fungus, or I don't know, just I'm thinking about the word in Spanish. I don't know how to say it in English, but it sort of like a rotten, like it rots, or like it doesn't grow. It doesn't, or what grows out of this energy of stagnation, and therefore isn't very, because it gives life, but the kind of life that we want it to give is not, is rotten energy, is energy that doesn't circulate. So the energy or the circulation of the essence, our purpose, our ideas, our desires, whether that be a poem or a book, a chapter, an essay, something that you are cooking, that you have been cooking up within you for a while, but you haven't given it a channel or a medium to flow through you. You are the river. Then it blocks the meridians, the channels, the energy channels within you, and you know that we know about the chakras, you know, the main 7 chakras within our body, and of course there's other chakras that are outside of our bodies and within our bodies, through our bodies, what they call the meridians in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, or the nadis in yogic philosophy. The energy stagnates, and we're not allowing for those ideas and those expressions and those pieces of art or pieces of our essence, really, become manifest through us. We are the vessel. We are the channel for those expressions to come to life. And this is why it's imperative to give ourselves that opportunity to release, to allow the river to flow, to help the river to flow, to make sure that it's always flowing and it doesn't stagnate, so that not only we are giving life, allowing our purpose to flourish through giving life to those pieces of ourselves, of our essence, of whatever it is that wants to come through us, but also to not stagnate and not feel like, oh, why do I feel so stuck? Well, honey, are you allowing for yourself to be fulfilled through your expression, through your self-expression? Are you giving a channel? Are you giving a voice to those desires within you? Are you allowing your river to flow? And as always, this is something that is meant to be for me, but it's a reminder in case it serves someone out there.